The show is called Magazine, and it's a play off my name, Maggie. And I thought that it would be cool to, if I wasn't an artist, to run a magazine because everyone is so talented, my friends. And I thought it would be cool if everyone had a part of the magazine. So that was just the first concept of the show. And then I decided to break down the floor of the gallery space or in sections. So the main center of the piece is an editor's desk, and the wall works are pages of a magazine. And then there's also drawings and kind of like a graffiti style wall piece, and that's about advertisements. And there's just a lot of elements in the exhibition. I just wanted to have fun with it. I wanted to do what I wanted to do, like what I was passionate about and what I felt in the mood and what just came out of me. I think that's what makes the best art, if you're honest and real, I guess. And then I really wanted to make a movie. It's a psychological thriller called Pink Horror, and I made it with my friend Heiji Shin, and we asked little people to be acting as children, and then I asked my two friends to act as, my friends that were strangers, I asked them to act as a couple that were like meeting on a first date, and really I wanted them to go on a date, and we were filming each first date and setting up all these like funny scenarios for them. But it's about Peter Pan syndrome or Peter Pan complex. It's a psychological thriller where these characters are in the woods and deep in their subconscious and lost, and I feel like after finishing the film, I think it will change the dynamic of the New York City scene. That's where I'm from, and I'm excited for everyone to see it. And then the space can be seen as like the woods as well. It's just like an open space, and what I love about the space is that it echoes and the sound. There's so many different sounds, and they're playing in the background. So every corner has different sounds, and it's kind of like the dream house, Lamont Young's dream house, where every time you turn a little bit, you can hear different sounds. And then the curtains create kind of walls, and I like to create different spaces in the exhibition. It's good to be ambiguous and mysterious. I like to go to exhibitions and figure things out for myself and see, like, I feel like when the viewer is coming up with their own thoughts, it's like they're working on, it's like more gratifying, or like when they actually figure something out. I think that's part of the show too. It's really abstract. When I was little, my mom had a Chinese restaurant, and I grew up in the restaurant drawing on placemats and everything, and my mom was interested in art, and we would take drawing classes at her friend's house, painting classes, and I would sit as a model for the class. And then growing up, my sister was in this punk hardcore band in the 90s, so she brought me to shows a lot, and I had zines, and I would wear her clothes, and it was cool. So I grew up with that, and I always wanted to be an artist. I knew it. It's where I am most understood and where I can be myself and the best, where I could do well, and it's the thing that brings me the most joy and happiness. I think that's important. And so I've just always been collecting, going to like garage sales and collect thrift stores and collecting things and making art out of like nothing, using any supplies I had. Like growing up, I we had rice in the house, so I'd use it as glue. Like, just making, I like to freestyle and make things out of what is around. Growing up making zines is kind of a foundation for a lot of the art practice, of my art practice. It's the easiest to call it collage. In video, I learned one technique. I didn't classically study video, but I just learned cut and paste, and I just try to use that as much and as hard as I can, and that's all you need. Like, all you need is a paintbrush. I just want to get my message across, or just be myself. A few years ago, I was, let's see, there's a flyer. In 2017, I was in a group show, Speak Locale, curated by Daniel Ballman. I had created this movie, this film, feature length, Mommy. It's about, in short, it's about my mother passed away, and I didn't know she was always writing a book about the story of her life, and through cleaning the house, I found it, and I didn't know she was meeting with like a ghostwriter to write in the library. Her English wasn't very good, so I started the film with the first part of her story. In the middle is where we meet, and I finish it with my story. So this was on view at Kunsthalle Zürich in 2017. And it was really nice. Otto Bonnen invited me back to work on the show. But it's funny because I didn't really know who he was, and he didn't tell me what it was for. And he was like, "Hi, I'm coming to New York, can we meet?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm busy, sorry." And then I was like, "Okay, this is really important, let's meet, okay." And then we partied, and then it was like really nice. And then that's how the show began.
This